Chances are you've probably seen this flag in and around some places. It's been gaining a resurgence in popularity for a while now. I've been interested in this flag ever since me and my friends had one small discussion. I'm not exactly sure how it led up to it, but my friend Magnus is bragging about the flag of his home state of Maryland. And I couldn't blame him. It does actually look really freaking cool. But that got me thinking, what is the point of our flag? I could understand the usage of color on the Maryland flag due to its strong roots in Catholicism, but our flag seems like an enigma. As it turns out, most of the US states have very, very similar flags to us. In fact, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't be able to tell the difference if you put them up on flagpoles and showed them in front of me. This is a problem, because flags, their main purpose is to be identifiable from a long distance away, and if our flag doesn't accomplish that, what's the point? Due to the royal blue coloration of most of these flags, I can infer that most of them were probably Union war banners during the Civil War. But the strange thing about that is that some of the southern states have them too. And furthermore, some of the states didn't even exist when the Civil War was happening. This was not something I thought I even remotely cared about. But after some digging, I have not been able to live this down since. Now strap in your seatbelts because this is going to be a wild ride. Enjoy.
Next year, Maine will mark the bicentennial of our statehood.
Something we ought to celebrate by bringing back Maine's original state flag.
Despite its supposed significance to our state's identity, there's not a whole lot of information about our original flag. From what I gather, it seemed it was originally designed as a buff-colored protest symbol for Maine's independence as a state. What's strange about this is that it was never actually officially adopted until 1901, a whole 81 years after they'd gained their statehood. However, this flag's reign as a state flag was short-lived. There were very many Civil War veterans serving in the government around this time, so it's no surprise why they would want to change the flag over. The strangest thing about this is that it's an actual military flag. This means, by code, it needs to be on a pole with a spearhead and tassel, with its insignia woven from silk. If you didn't just realize, that means that almost every single Maine flag being flown right now is not designed according to code, including the one outside our high school. You would be hard-pressed to find a flag anywhere that follows this protocol. I think it's obvious why so many people want the old one back, and I wondered if others would agree. So I started a survey of students at our school, and surprisingly, no one seemed to agree with me. This is strange, because looking at almost every single vexillologist forum revealed that almost everyone preferred the old flag. Luckily for me, I took some notes of what people's gripes with the old one was. The main complaint being, it's too simple. Allow me to educate you on the 5 rules of flag making according to NAVA. Step 1. Keep it simple. The flag should be so simple that a child can draw it from memory. Well, the old one definitely passes on this front. The new one, not so much. Step 2. Use meaningful symbolism. The flag's images, colors, or patterns should relate to what it symbolizes. Most of the stuff on the current flag is very literal, so I wouldn't exactly call it symbolism in a way, but it definitely does get the point across about what Maine is all about. I do believe, though, that dirigo, the Latin term for I lead, you wouldn't be able to know what that was unless I told you or you Google searched it or something. Most people would not know what that means. We don't speak Latin. So I feel like that's definitely kind of teetering on the edge, but I'll give it a pass. The old Maine flag, pine tree, North Star, that's all it needs. Perfect. 2 to 3 basic colors. Definitely, new flag does not cut that at all. There are probably about 9 different colors on there. I'm not going to take the time to count them out right now, but I'll put it on the screen or something. But there's definitely not 2 to 3 colors on there. The old Maine flag, on the other hand, does have 3 main colors, which are very contrasting, and they have the same color palette, so it looks very nice. No lettering or seals. New Maine flag completely butchers both of it. It tells you what the state is. It has dirigo up there. It is literally just the seal. So the new Maine flag doesn't even remotely pass that criteria. Be distinctive or be related. Well, the old one has a star on it, which is a very related thing to the rest of them, but it's also very, very distinct. No other flag, I don't think, in the world has that buff color on it. However, the new one completely butchers this as we went before, because it says right here, avoid duplicating other flags. It is literally just a carbon copy of all the rest of those. So it completely just throws that one out the window. There's no way that can win that one. So in conclusion, the old one nails all of these, but the new one only gets 1. So based off of NAVA's criteria for flag making, our current flag is terrible. In fact, it actually ranks 60 out of the entirety of the US and Canadian provinces for flags. We could have been 9 if we had the old flag, according to NAVA. And we rank 60 with our current one. For nearly 3 decades, Maine vexillologists have been fighting tooth and nail for the revival of the old flag, to no avail. We had another bill for it this year, but it was dismissed as a non-issue. However, they did produce a flag to celebrate our bicentennial, and the results are about as mediocre as we expected. One looked like a bad election sign, one was just a straight-up copy of the Filipino flag, and the last one was just a bastardization of our old flag. The last one won, obviously, but I can almost guarantee that people would have voted for the old one if it was there as well. It almost seems like they were trying to get rid of it altogether. Why, however, is only up to speculation. To me, it's a shame we don't bring back the old flag. Maine's a unique place, and to not express that to the world is almost a disservice to ourselves. I can definitely understand the importance of the Civil War banner, but there's so much more to our past than just that. One day I really hope that more people can come to that realization. But that's just my 2 cents. My name is Micah Porter. I hope you enjoyed watching. Have a good one.